Susan Sigari here, bare knuckle boxing fans with Coach Billy Patton, who is a longtime boxer and a fan of bare knuckle, or not a fan of bare knuckle?
I'm a fan of bare knuckle. I think it's brutal, but I think it's combat. It's a combat sport, so I'm a big fan of combat sports. Special people you have to be special to be able to do that.
Educate our viewers a little bit on how the sport is different from a traditional boxing, if you will, please.
Your hand is wrapped. So ultimately, back in the John L. Sullivan days when there was bare knuckle boxing, they made gloves not to protect us because people kept breaking their hands and fight on their head. So they did it so they could fight longer. You know, so there were like little pieces of leather back in the day to protect your hand. The same can be said. There's going to be some hand breaks with this bare knuckle boxing. Absolutely 100%. Yeah. They have a gauze wrap, and that's pretty much it. So it can be kind of brutal, but it's being monitored properly. The referees will stop the fights quicker with the cuts, and there'll be a lot of cuts, and it'll be bloody. The head bleeds a lot anyway, but they're not necessarily detrimental damage, but it'll be policed properly.
In your opinion, as a former professional boxer and as a coach now, who do you think has the best skills as a boxer in MMA?
We have, there was the Conor McGregor era when he was punching properly. He was punching across his body. He would bait you into falling for what's called a left cross, not a left hook, not a jab. It's not a left hook, it's a left cross, two different punches. Straight left hands this way, left cross is across your body. Okay, you come across the nose line, that's a cross. Right. That's the straight left hand and the left cross are two different punches, and he would bait you. He was really sharp with his hands. He had one of the best hand games in MMA. I believe Ryan Bader has improved his game significantly. If you watch him, he stays in the crouch, he keeps his chin down, he punches up. A lot of times, MMA fighters get knocked out because they're not properly leveraged, okay? They're recovering from a kick. They throw a kick, and they recover, and their head's up in the air, and their neck's exposed, okay, instead of down here in the shell.
Interesting.
Okay, so what happens is they get hit in the jaw, and it's nature's way to defend the body. Physiologically, it's the safest thing that can happen to you is a quick knockout because your brain doesn't swell. When you get into a cumulative trauma fight where there's exchanging blows and it's close fight, that's where you take more brain damage. But if you get knocked out quickly, it's the safest thing that can happen to you because the brain cuts off the oxygen and it tells you you're in danger. So it's nature's way of protecting the body is the instant knockout. Now emotionally it does more damage to a fighter because you can't come back. You question your skills after that. But physiologically it's the safest thing that can happen to you with that. But Ryan Bader has upped his game significantly. George Masvidal has great hands, phenomenal hands. We have some kids here that are coming up. We got the Werewolf coming up. We got Mike Lombardo, who's doing fantastic. Tiago Moses, the young kid. These kids, Jordan Young. These kids are Bellator stars and UFC stars, and they're young kids. They're 21, 22 years old, and they got a really good hand game going on now. So we have some right under our own roof. But Bader's one of the best out there. He stays in the shell. He stays behind his shoulders. Pedro Munez talked to me prior to fighting Cody Garbrandt, and we were talking about punching up. When you punch up, you protect. That's how you block a right hand in Philadelphia. You punch up.
Philly hook school.
Philly hook school, baby. You block a right hand by punching up, okay? And you cover your whole mandibular process, your whole jawline. You're behind the shoulder. So Pedro, when he was in these vicious exchanges with Cody, if you noticed, he was punching up. Amanda punches up. We have the best coaches in the world in this gym. Okay, that includes Mikey Rod, Daya, we have Gabriel, we have Kelson Pinto. We have some of the best boxing coaches on the planet. Daya Davis, Mikey Rod, Kelson Pinto. We have Gabriel. So we have some significant, great boxing coaches here. Paulie Gloves is up in the north of up in Port St. Lucie. Paulie Gloves is a big asset to us. You know what I mean? So we have some great boxing coaches down here.
You forgot to
There we
name
go.
yourself. This is Coach Billy Patton.
Billy
the
from
boxing,
Philly.
The boxing king over here. Greg Hardy's boxing coach and the rest of the team's boxing coach. You know what? Very good, interesting interview. Thank you so much for your time.
Great stuff, Susan.
Yeah,
That's a good interview.
yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah.